I'd like to start out this morning reading from Ecclesiastes 2, 4 through 11. I built houses and planted vineyards for myself. I made myself gardens and parks and planted them all kinds of fruit trees. I made myself pools from which to water the forest of growing trees. I bought male and female slaves who were born in my house. I also had great possessions of herds and flocks, more than anyone who had been before me in Jerusalem. I also gathered for myself silver and gold and treasures of kings and provinces. I got singers, both men and women, and many concubines, the delight of the sons of man. So I became great and surpassed all who were before me in Jerusalem. Also my wisdom remained with me, and whatever my eyes desired, I did not keep them from me. I kept my heart from no pleasure, for my heart found pleasure in all my toil, and this was my reward for all my toil. Then I considered all that my hands had done, and the toil I had expended in doing it, and behold, all was vanity and striving after the wind, and there was nothing to be gained under the sun. We know this is not what God wants. God has a plan. It says, love me, and then next comes family, and then work. And that's really a struggle today. I'm probably an expert, because I love to work, at justifying, I work to provide all these blessings for my family and my kids. I want them to have a beautiful place to live. I want to help them in school. I want them to dress really well. And I want to give them all the opportunities. So how do you say work is less than, the family should come before work? So I'm an expert at justifying, but an interesting thing, when I come to camp, we hear the words, you've probably heard them many times, the fun is fun. And it's pretty interesting. As I watched the men's retreat the last couple of days, all the fun things that we did and are doing has given camp an opportunity to share the Lord. So I begin to think about having fun and how when we're having fun, how we can figure out a way to get there. I mean, if we're going to come out to camp and have a good time, we're going to probably put work on the back burner so we can get here. Some of the things that I've done with my family through the years, based on that same philosophy of let's get together and have a good time. A few years back, we rented a houseboat up in Canada, and there were 22 of my kids and family and grandsons and granddaughters. We spent a week on a houseboat without the cell phones, and played together and had a good time together. Another thing that I've done for, I think, about 26 years is we have a get-together with the boys called Fishing Opener. It's not really a fishing opener, it's a golf tournament. And it's amazing how we used to go Friday night, and then we'd golf Saturday morning, and then maybe squeeze in a little bit of fishing in the afternoon. But we've already, because we've had such a good time, we start going Thursday morning. And now that puts work kind of aside. So we begin to feel that family is more important, that get-together. We talk about it for weeks. One of the fun things about it is that we say we only have 20 days, 20 more sleeps before opener. And so we're thinking about it because we're going to have a good time together. Recently, we had a family get-together up at my son's cabin. Most of the family came, and we had a contest, the Swedes against the Norwegians. And we played all kinds of games to compete with each other, but the family found time to get there. Again, an opportunity to put family before work. That's some of the things that we've done to make family a priority. And probably the key point that I can leave with you today would be love people where they are. So when we get together, we're all at different points in our spiritual walk. And we need to be together without a critical eye to say, well, how come they're doing this or how come they're doing that? I think my family has learned it. It's something that is deep in my heart from my mom. I could bring anybody home and my mother would love them. And you could feel that you're okay, you're okay. So that's probably, like I said, to start out with, that love people where they're at. And that will begin to build strong relationships that they can be who they are, and you will have an opportunity to draw close to them. One of the neatest things about living this way and having family come together is, at my age, I'm beginning to reap some of the rewards of taking the time to do things with my family. I begin to feel like it's coming back to me in terms of their concern about me and things that I do. They're now watching out for me in my life. If I'm not feeling well, they're right there. If I'm struggling over something, they're right there. So that's one of the rewards that comes along with giving of yourself to your family. And those of you that aren't fathers yet, you can play an important role in encouraging those kinds of experiences with your family. So that's pretty much what I wanted to share in terms of not having your family have leftovers, making it something pretty special. And in doing that, you'll find they begin to say, I can take time off because we're going to have a good time together as a family.